What if a single confidential report delivered in complete secrecy forced King Charles to question everything he believed about the people closest to him? Imagine Buckingham Palace falling unusually quiet as Prince William privately places a sealed document into the king's hands, one containing claims so serious that it could reshape trust at the very heart of the monarchy. Instead of confronting anyone publicly, Charles reportedly begins reviewing sensitive palace records, internal procedures, and past decisions with renewed scrutiny. As each detail is examined, long-forgotten events suddenly appear in a completely different light, raising difficult questions about loyalty, influence, and the future direction of the crown. Behind the palace walls, subtle changes begin to unfold. Long-standing routines are quietly adjusted, key meetings take on new importance, and senior royal figures find themselves navigating an atmosphere filled with uncertainty. But what exactly prompted this private review? And why would such a confidential document carry so much weight? In today's video, we'll explore the reports, separate public information from speculation, and examine how one alleged document sparked widespread discussion about the royal family's inner workings. Stay with us until the end, because the final developments could change the way many people view the evolving relationship between King Charles, Prince William, and the future of the British monarchy. The story begins with growing concern inside the palace rather than a single dramatic event. According to ongoing speculation surrounding royal affairs, Prince William became increasingly focused on ensuring that the institution remained transparent and stable during a period of significant change. Instead of reacting emotionally to individual incidents, he reportedly chose a careful and methodical approach, organizing observations, public reports, and conversations into a structured briefing intended solely for his father. The purpose was not to accuse anyone, but to encourage a closer examination of how decisions were being made behind palace walls. Such an approach reflected William's reputation for preferring measured action over public confrontation. For King Charles, receiving a detailed private briefing from his eldest son would naturally carry enormous weight. Rather than rushing to conclusions, the king reportedly began considering whether recent events were isolated misunderstandings or signs of broader organizational issues. That quiet process of reflection would become the starting point for a series of internal reviews that attracted increasing public curiosity. Rather than responding with immediate public statements, the king is said to have focused on understanding how the royal household was functioning internally. Senior advisors, administrative procedures, and communication channels all came under closer attention as part of a broader effort to ensure that long-established standards were being followed. Observers of the monarchy have often noted that periods of transition naturally lead to changes in staffing and management, making careful oversight especially important. During this review, Charles reportedly compared recent developments with established royal protocols, seeking reassurance that every department continued to operate efficiently and independently. Those closest to palace operations understood that stability has always been one of the monarchy's greatest strengths. Any review, therefore, would be aimed at protecting the institution rather than targeting individuals. Even without official announcements, speculation about internal discussions quickly began circulating among royal commentators. As attention turned toward the palace's internal operations, another subject reportedly became increasingly important: communication. Royal institutions rely on accurate information moving efficiently between departments, advisors, and senior members of the family. According to ongoing commentary, Charles wanted reassurance that important updates were reaching him directly and without unnecessary delays. While no official evidence confirmed any breakdown, the reported review encouraged palace officials to examine existing procedures more carefully. Analysts suggested that improving communication was not unusual during a reign still adapting to new leadership. William's reported involvement was viewed by some as an indication that the future king wished to help strengthen the institution through modern administrative practices rather than dramatic public actions. The focus remained on preserving trust, maintaining professionalism, and ensuring that the monarchy continued operating with consistency during a period of heightened public attention. Following these reported internal discussions, attention shifted toward reinforcing confidence within the royal household. Experienced advisors continued supporting the king, while administrative processes reportedly became more structured and closely monitored. Royal experts frequently point out that every monarch periodically reviews palace operations to ensure they reflect the highest standards of accountability. Whether or not every circulating claim proved accurate, the wider message remained the same. The crown depends upon public confidence, disciplined leadership, and effective teamwork. Prince William's increasing visibility alongside King Charles during official engagements naturally encouraged discussion about the future of the monarchy and the responsibilities that would eventually pass to the next generation. Many observers interpreted this as part of a long-term transition rather than evidence of conflict, emphasizing continuity over controversy. As speculation continued, one thing became increasingly clear. The greatest priority for King Charles appeared to be safeguarding the stability of the monarchy itself. Public attention often focuses on personalities, but successful royal leadership depends just as much on institutions, procedures, and trusted advisors working together effectively. Reports of private meetings and administrative reviews only fueled further curiosity, leaving many people wondering what changes, if any, might emerge in the months ahead. Whether these discussions represented routine governance or something more significant, they highlighted the delicate balance between family relationships and constitutional responsibility. With Prince William playing an increasingly prominent role in royal life, interest in every decision naturally intensified. The next stage of the story would examine how those quiet, internal reviews were reflected in the monarchy's public image and why they sparked such widespread debate among royal watchers. As weeks passed, observers noticed subtle but meaningful changes in the way the royal household appeared to operate. While Buckingham Palace made no dramatic announcements, royal engagement seemed increasingly coordinated through more formal procedures. Senior advisors reportedly became more involved in reviewing important administrative matters before they reached the king's desk, reflecting an emphasis on consistency rather than speed. For Charles, maintaining confidence in the institution was becoming just as important as carrying out public duties. Those familiar with constitutional monarchy often point out that stability depends on clear processes and trusted leadership, especially during periods of transition. Prince William's growing presence at official meetings also attracted attention, not because it suggested an immediate transfer of authority, but because it demonstrated the gradual preparation expected of a future monarch. Every appearance reinforced the image of continuity, responsibility, and careful planning. Although public speculation continued, the palace itself remained committed to presenting a united front, allowing official duties to continue without disruption, while internal reviews quietly progressed behind closed doors. Prince William's responsibilities have naturally increased over recent years, and many royal commentators believe this reflects the long-term evolution of the monarchy rather than sudden change. Working more closely with King Charles allows him to gain practical experience in constitutional duties, diplomatic engagements, and institutional leadership before one day inheriting the throne. Reports surrounding confidential discussions only increased public curiosity about his growing influence, but official appearances consistently emphasized teamwork rather than rivalry. William continued supporting charitable initiatives, representing the crown at significant national events, and participating in strategic conversations about the monarchy's future. His approach has often been described as measured and modern, balancing respect for centuries-old traditions with recognition that public expectations continue to evolve. Whether addressing environmental projects, community programs, or royal administration, his expanding role demonstrated preparation rather than ambition. For many observers, the collaboration between father and son represented one of the strongest signs that the monarchy was planning carefully for the future. Stories involving the royal family have always captured worldwide attention, especially when they involve questions about leadership and succession. As speculation surrounding the reported confidential document spread across media platforms, countless discussions emerged among commentators, historians, and royal enthusiasts. Some believed the reports reflected ordinary institutional reviews that naturally occur within any long-established organization. Others viewed them as evidence of more significant internal adjustments. Without official confirmation, many questions remained unanswered, allowing different interpretations to flourish. Social media further amplified every rumor, photograph, and public appearance, with even routine engagements being analyzed for hidden meaning. Despite the growing attention, Buckingham Palace maintained its usual approach of avoiding responses to ongoing speculation. That silence itself encouraged further debate, reminding audiences that not every palace discussion becomes public knowledge. As interest continued building, one thing remained certain: every decision involving King Charles and Prince William would continue attracting extraordinary attention from people across the world. Throughout modern royal history, monarchs have repeatedly emphasized that the crown exists to serve the nation rather than individual personalities. This principle has guided countless decisions made behind palace walls for generations. Any internal review, whether routine or exceptional, ultimately aims to strengthen public confidence in the institution. King Charles has consistently spoken about duty, continuity, and responsibility, values that remain central to constitutional monarchy. If concerns ever arise regarding palace administration, reviewing procedures would simply reflect responsible leadership rather than unnecessary drama. Prince William's reported willingness to raise important questions, if accurate, could likewise be viewed as part of preparing for future responsibilities rather than creating division. Together, father and son continue representing different generations, united by a shared commitment to preserving one of the world's oldest constitutional institutions. While public curiosity often focuses on headlines, the larger story remains the monarchy's ongoing effort to balance tradition with the changing expectations of modern society. Whether every reported detail proves accurate or not, the discussion surrounding this story highlights how closely people follow every development involving the British royal family. A single rumored meeting or confidential document can quickly become the subject of international debate, illustrating the unique position the monarchy occupies in global public life. At the same time, such stories remind viewers of the importance of distinguishing verified information from speculation. Palace operations involve countless private conversations that never become public, making it difficult to confirm every circulating claim. For that reason, many royal analysts encourage examining multiple credible sources before drawing conclusions. Nevertheless, the intense interest generated by these reports demonstrates how deeply invested audiences remain in the future of King Charles, Prince William, and the next generation of royal leadership. Regardless of differing opinions, the monarchy continues evolving while maintaining traditions that have shaped British history for centuries. As this chapter of royal speculation continues unfolding, one question remains at the center of public attention: how will King Charles and Prince William shape the monarchy's future together? Whether the reported confidential review represented a routine administrative assessment or something more significant, it has certainly encouraged widespread discussion about leadership, trust, and institutional stability. Until official information becomes available, much of the conversation will remain based on analysis, observation, and informed commentary, rather than confirmed fact. Still, these ongoing developments remind us why the royal family continues fascinating audiences around the world. Every decision, every appearance, and every reported meeting contributes to the larger story of a monarchy adapting to a new era while preserving traditions that span generations. What do you think about these reports and the future direction of the British royal family? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy balanced royal news, analysis, and updates, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Looking beyond the current discussion, many royal commentators believe the most important issue is not a single report or one private meeting, but the long-term future of the British monarchy. King Charles inherited the crown during a period of significant change, where public expectations continue to evolve alongside centuries-old traditions. Every decision made by the royal household is now examined more closely than ever before, making transparency, stability, and public confidence essential. Prince William has increasingly become one of the monarchy's most recognizable figures, with growing responsibilities that naturally place him at the center of conversations about the institution's future. Supporters see this as careful preparation for the next generation of leadership, while others simply view it as the normal progression of royal duty. Whatever perspective people take, one reality remains unchanged. Preserving the monarchy requires cooperation, trust, and a clear commitment to serving the nation above personal interests. Those principles have guided generations of monarchs and will likely continue shaping the crown for many years to come. The fascination surrounding the royal family extends far beyond Britain. Millions of people around the world follow every public appearance, official statement, and media report because the monarchy represents both history and modern public life. Stories involving King Charles, Prince William, Queen Camilla, and other senior royals quickly sparked discussion across television, newspapers, and social media. However, it is equally important to remember that not every headline tells the complete story. Palace operations involve countless private meetings and confidential discussions that rarely become public, leaving room for speculation and differing interpretations. Responsible reporting requires separating verified information from unconfirmed claims, while recognizing that many questions may never receive official answers. That uncertainty is one reason royal stories continue attracting such enormous interest. They combine history, tradition, politics, and family dynamics in a way few other institutions can, ensuring that every new development becomes part of an ongoing global conversation. As we reach the end of today's discussion, one thing is clear: the British royal family continues to capture worldwide attention because every reported decision has the potential to shape the monarchy's future. Whether recent reports reflect routine palace administration or something more significant, only official information can ultimately confirm what truly happened behind closed doors. Until then, thoughtful analysis and respectful discussion remain the best way to understand these evolving stories. What are your thoughts? Do you believe the monarchy is entering a new chapter under King Charles? Or is this simply another example of media speculation surrounding the royal family? We'd love to hear your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this in-depth royal analysis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next update on the latest developments inside the British royal family.